Hello, I'm EnterElysium. Welcome back to XCOM Needs You. We have a crashed UFO. It's in fact a crashed fighter in that's not Africa, that's Europe. It's in Africa down here. It's a crashed fighter, so it's basically a scout in terms of its size, so I don't think it'll be too much of a hassle. However, we've had a few issues recently, so I'm going to treat this as a semi-experienced run, semi-serious run. I'm taking along two specialists, both of whom I think are off Furies, so we've got Hodder and Omni-Man. We do need to level up some medics, especially after the Nigel incident. And Omni-Man, you know, I do need to level up another engineer after what happened last time, when we got an engineer out for over a month. Litgeek will be commanding. Litgeek is also going to be badass and miss a slot for an item because Litgeek only has 10 move and less than 10 health. Ugh. Janik, our worst sniper. Disabling shot. It's not even a snapshot in this one, but fine. Amwick has the shotgun. Akiro has, you know, mainly going to be our real tank, not a tank actually, Akiro only's got 9 health, but lots of damage and heat. Corporal Geronimo is going to be our flush and shred dude, so flush red. Going to be in charge of really, you know, helping stack the damage. And we have a mech here filling up the slot for the fact we don't actually have armor for whoever goes in that slot. It's going to be interesting. Also, got to point out that when we do go and do a base assault in Canada, well, when Canada leaves, which it will, we're going to have an issue in that we need to take like 12 people, and we don't have enough weapons for 12 people, which will maybe be a little bit solved by the incoming pulse, but we also really don't have enough armor for 12 people, and that's going to be a big issue. So, after this mission, I'm probably going to have to sell a lot of stuff and start making extra armor. Let's launch the mission. Are we good? Are we good? We're good. Straight down. Just straight down.
Strike one.
Lovely.
Prepare for...
We're heading to South Africa for this one, and we need to get down there fast. The bogey came down hard in a remote area just outside of a small town.
Okay.
We should deploy and eliminate any hostiles.
It's a bit interesting because I've never really associated Central Africa with, you know, lush pine forests before. Maybe that's just me. Ready? Are we ready? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? There we go. Everything is on fire. Well, that's probably because it's kind of hot and it's very arid and there's no water in the trees. Despite the fact, how do the trees get water in the first place?
Strike one is ready to secure the craft.
Oh, really?
Copy, Big Sky. Strike
Really?
one is clear to attempt.
We're going to spawn next to it. Although there is meld there, which makes my decision a lot easier. I'm going to go straight for the craft. Normally this is like a no. And I know this is what we did last time. We went straight for the craft and we got absolutely bollocked for it. But considering we have started on one edge so we know we're safe, we can basically start camping out here. Try and get that if we can. This is the back of the map, right? Yeah. So we're actually fairly safe. And Janik will actually be very useful. We're going to try and use Janik as a bit basically a stationary gun to really get the shots we need. Let's start moving people.
On the move.
Okay.
I'm on the move.
On my way.
Going to move out basically next to the mech and then just hoping a trigger.
Aye, aye, Commander.
The idea is that we can, you know, push in next
Moving
turn.
to position.
I'm not going to get a capture, I know. I haven't brought a repair tool, but that's a zappy thing. Arc thrower, but that's because we don't have repair. You actually have... I have to actually treat like a stationary turret as well.
Moving to
I'll throw you down there.
designated
It is closer to that side, so hopefully I won't do a trigger. Good. Now, one thing I did, by the way, with Flush Red, I gave him... What did I give him? An LMG, so he can't move and shoot. He's basically going to be a stationary point for me. Going to be my guiding light. He's basically in charge of applying shredder to anyone who comes nearby.
Headed there now.
No triggers yet. Fine. I'm perfectly happy to have no trigger quite yet.
Okay.
Heading there now.
And come on, really? You're gonna rotate through the same people, the same, like, over and over again?
I'm rolling.
Hodder.
Moving out.
Here.
Moving to position.
Stand in the open for now. Okay, bring it.
There's something out there.
Okay, not going to trigger the mech. If I trigger the mech, they'll run, and I want to be able to get them with a flamethrower. So I'm going to try and trigger here.
It just got hot in here.
Hi. Okay, well now we shoot him with the mech.
That's affirmative. Canister location confirmed.
Sounded like there were sectoids out here. There probably were. Aw. Capture opportunity right there. Beautiful capture opportunity. We'll take the shot with Janek. Janek needs the experience. Oh. I like how hard that outsider went over. Just boom. Wow. Right, well. Guess we'll run you this way.
Heading there now.
Get the meld next turn.
That's affirmative.
Everyone else? Hold tight, really. Gonna move Hodder to here so Hodder can react. Hodder's reaction will really not be based on the fact that he's got a laser carbine, it'll be based on the fact he's got Mind Fray. Yeah? Overwatch. Right, definitely some guys off to the right. Sectoids.
I don't think we're alone out here.
If they run into my zone of fire, they're pretty dead. I have a pretty good zone of fire.
I'm rolling.
So I'm going to displace to here, which will allow me to get better angle of cover. Grab the meld,
Good to go.
which I'm always happy to do.
It's been secured.
9 meld. Okay, so they're not got crazy amounts of resources, but certainly higher than I'd like. I'm going to pull the mech back. Now the reason I'm pulling the mech back is I don't want to trigger them too close. I want them to actually run onto my firing line. And I'll
Ready
reload.
to engage.
Because I can. No other reason, really. Since I know the sectoids are over there, I'm probably going to move Akira to try and get them to run onto me.
I've got my eyes.
Quiet. Do you hear something?
Hello! One down.
He's down.
Sadly, they're not running towards me, which is a shame. Like, they can't let you do anything from there, so they're probably going to have to run towards me anyway. I'm going to reload. I can't get squad sight. What's it called? You can't overwatch at squad sight with a sniper rifle. So there's no point in me really wasting time with that. In terms of what I'm going to do with you, run to
Position
here.
confirmed.
Affirmative, Commander.
Really going to rely on them coming towards me. I've got such a good Overwatch that there's no point in really not bothering.
Did you hear
Overwatch
something?
is where I'm going to be strong here. I'm only in half cover, but if they show themselves, I get the hits. Here we go. So he's shredded, which means he's pretty much dead from anything that hits him. And yeah, that is very dead. Look at those two. Those two firing. More than enough damage.
Out of the game.
Another one. I like the music. It's like, oh, there's an enemy. The music. Wait, no, he's dead. Okay, let's just stop. Right now. Where is my scout? Scouting
Aye,
time.
Commander.
Aww, disappointing.
Shot failed to connect.
Good. Right, and for this last guy, I think we'll just move some people up.
Heading there now.
Heading to that location.
Oh, we actually can get a hit. Probably should have gone for a suppress. But, you know, I'm a little bit jumping the gun there. Mind Fray. 52% chance. I never get these Mind Frays. Very disappointing. Very lackluster.
Heading to that location. Heading there now.
Confirmed. Closing on target position now.
%40 chance. That's pretty good for a mech. Still a miss though, because, you know, lol. That'll be an Overwatch.
Targeting system readjusting.
And Lick Geek might kill him for that. No? Okay. Yeah, he will. Okay. He's dead. Lick Geek is OP, please nerf. I mean, he's very slow. But once he's in position, he's a stationary turret. That's what he is. Lick Geek is a stationary turret. At least we got through that mission pretty easily.
I figured the aliens would put up more of a fight. They didn't look so
Central.
tough this time around.
I'm going steadfast. The 5 will. Oh, 69! Nice. As for you, I like... I mean, a free smoke grenade is nice, but I still prefer Sapper on my engineers, because that's, you know, what they do. They blow shit up. There we go, I've got my captain promotion available again. Power source damaged, okay. We got 1 elite. Ugh. Well, we'll sell the power source. Come on, there we go. 30 quid. I need to be able to think about more armor. The problem is, armor's expensive. I need about 600, really, to invest in armor. Maybe not 600, but 450 at least. I don't know how we're going to get that much money. There's Argus's armor I put in. Okay, let's look at the officer promotions then. Captain, can I apply Captain to anyone? Wizard hat. A load of infantry. I don't really want to be promoting an infantry. If I could avoid it. I might have to. 51 will on Wizard hat. Down here we've got a 65 on Vandal and Echo. Sure, be a captain. Plus 5 defense, okay. Well done, Neko. It's still a little bit icky from the remains of Nigel, probably, but ugh. Although, to be fair, we never found Nigel again, so yeah, these things happen. Okay, I can put a lieutenant promotion on someone. Someone who I'll get rid of. I don't think I'm ever going to get rid of Casper Kyle. He's got a great aim. He's got a great move. I think I might end up making him lieutenant. Plus, Will is pretty good, especially when you consider that that's going to be useful for psychic powers. I'm going to go for plus Will. Okay. Let's look at the grey market. I need to at least get 1 more unit of armor. It's got to be done. Okay, what about my captives? 10. You're worth 10. Okay. Okay. What about you? There we go. 101. I've got 28 flight computers. I can afford to get rid of 4. That's 1 unit of armor already I can make. What else? I'd be happy with 2 sets of armor. If I can get 2 sets of armor, I'll be happy.
Central here. No.
Could get rid of the alien pistol.
Tracking several contacts, but nothing like that.
I will need them later on.
All right, we'll look into
the issue is I'd be paying off, you know, potentially not having that later on by getting rid of it now. I'm not convinced that's the best plan. Get rid of a couple of sector corpses. Still a bit risky. Well, that's probably going to have to do. See what we can get with that much money. Bear in mind that we only need to scan for Exalt in a few days. Build biomes. What? There we go, Shen. You feeling a bit better? Now. Can't afford that because, wow, needs 40 Elerium. What about Titan armor? Can't afford Titan armor. It's ridiculously powerful. It would take a lot of my money up. As for Aurora armor, I could use that. I mean, it's not great. It's only got 4 health bonus, and I believe it's 5 for Carapace. 5 for Carapace, yeah. It's got 2 mobility. Carapace has got 1. I think there's another Psychic armor after Aurora armor. I don't think there's a point in really going for Aurora armor if I'm going to just skip it. What else is there? Agassiz armor. I could get 2 Agassiz armor. Yeah, I'll probably go 2 Agassiz armor. Another 10 days of that. Or is it down the bottom? Yeah, 10 days. Okay. Well, it's going to have to do. Please. Multi-roll Patupi. Success! Just when I need another engineer, Patupi comes. Patupi's just so good at that. Wild Child Hucking. I mean, I like my assaults. You can make assaults into okay mechs, and that might be something to do with an agent. However, he is pretty spec'd very well. I don't know if I really want to do that to him. Who else have we got? 65 will, FX energy. Sure, in you go. Mind Fray. For engineers. I'm going to do it. I know I just sold someone. I was like, no, I don't want to go too low on them, but I need those engineers. I think that means that, if we have a look at engineers, 65, 50, 56, sorry, not 65, 65 would be great. 56 is just good enough. Oh, they're getting within reach now. Binko Bacillus fails, and that's annoying, but in you go. I'm not sure that it should be random. I mean, the problem with it being random is that, what are we going to do? Science Inspiration or... Inspiration. The problem with it being a random distribution for, oh, do they pass, do they not, random chance, is that you can just send them back ad infinitum. I mean, maybe there needs to be some sort of, like, if they send them back 3 times, they automatically pass or something. Jono Granger, there we go. And that's 2 snipers we've got in there, which is a problem. That's why we're being so crushed for snipers at the moment. I might not put a sniper back. I think Jono Granger's going to stay out, and I'll put someone else back in. Who will I put back? The noob hater, because he's a master sergeant anyway. Won't be taking on any missions, so yeah, that makes sense. Alright. We've got an abduction site, a light in India. We could do with the money.
There are abductions
in
progress at each marked site on the hologlobe.
There's only one marked site on the hologlobe. Yeah, 80 quid. I look forward to a light mission. We might be able to take Patupi, might be able to get some captures. If they bring elite mutants, we get them. If they bring heavy floaters, we get them. If they bring sector commanders, we get them. There's a good chance they'll bring at least one of those. Probably the heavy floater, but we'll see. Anyway, I've been EnterElysium. Gone on way too long again. Just trying to make sure they don't beat us because they're getting too damn close. Canada still hasn't left. I'm expecting Canada to leave any minute now, but it's a little bit scary. Looking at our hangar. We need to rename you. Crombie, welcome. Ooh, do we have a gun for you? No, we don't have a gun for you yet. Someday you'll get your own gun. Actually, I meant to mainly have a look at Africa. We've got one ready, 5 days till our next one. You'll have to do. Do we have a gun beam belt? Why are you doing this? Laser cannon, 3 days. Okay, 3 days we'll get another cannon for that. That's better now. Huh, okay. Anyway, I've been EnterElysium. If you enjoyed, like, and if you're not subscribed, well, please consider subscribing. That way you see the combination of the war and how it's going to go awfully wrong and we're all going to die. Yay. I'm so optimistic right now. Stay shiny!